I'm not presenting with a laptop, so look at me, don't look at that. And go. So who here has a Google account? Who here knows that that Google account can be used to log into OpenID websites? Who here knows the URL for their OpenID endpoint for Google? Cool, we have a nice distributed login system, but it's totally failed the users. I work at Mozilla. We're trying to fix that on a project called Browser ID. Got an open space at 450 in Texas, so the last session of the day. Please come talk to me. We want to find a way to make this work for you, work for the web, work for the users. Thanks.
Does anyone know how to change Keynote's mind about which one shows the... Yeah. All right, go. So a question came up during the planning for the MinneBar sessions. We were copy editing, and this comes up all the time. How does tons of confused when do you put apostrophe in the word if, right? Everybody wants to know. There's a simple way to tell. It will make you look smart all the time. Ask yourself a question. If you're a person who's typing a thing, what would I say? Would I use an apostrophe? Simple question, right? Consider simplification. Consider a simplification. Does it have an apostrophe or not? Well, if I were talking about a person, I would say consider his implication or consider her implication. Would I put an apostrophe in that? No, the top one's obviously wrong. Consider its implication, no apostrophe, right? And this works even if, like I'm going to say it's going to rain. People don't actually rain, but this trick still works. So for a person, I say he's going to rain or she's going to rain. So the apostrophe, yeah, the bottom one, clearly wrong. It's going to rain, that has an apostrophe. There's more rules to apostrophe, but I'm not going to tell you about it now. Would you like to talk more about it? Where are you and why did you not get ready like I had? All right, you're going.
Years down to 6 months or less. So if you have technology that you're wanting to get through the patent office quickly because you want to attract investors, you have a startup company, you want to show them you have something better than patent pending. Patent pending is like having a gun without bullets. It's really good, you can throw it at someone, but it won't really do much damage. If you have a patent, you can actually take them to court, you can actually get them to pay attention to you. If you're looking for licensees for your technology, you have a patent pending, they'll say, come back to me when you have something that you can show me. So the fast track, the key point to remember about it is that only 10,000 patent applications a year can get on the fast track. 40,000 patent applications are filed every month in the patent office. So if you want to be part of that 10,000, you need to really, really get on the ball and find out if you got, and really look into it before your time runs out. Again, my name is Eduardo Drake, patent lawyer for Fantastic IP Consulting. Very glad to talk to you. If you have any questions, find me later on in the conference.
Hello, everyone. My name is Clay Collins, and I am absolutely new to the Minnesota tech scene. But I decided to do this like 10 seconds ago. But I just wanted to say this. I'm new here. We have an audience of about 20,000 marketers who are looking to purchase software. Our average customer has spent over $1,000 with us. We are rolling out software to our audience right now. We're a 7-figure company. We're completely profitable. If there's any developers in here who have software ideas for marketers, please let me know. If anyone is here and wants to do some business development together, please let me know. My name is Clay Collins. You can find me at marketingshow.com. That's all I got.
That's right. Meet your neighbors online, build community. Meet your neighbors online, build community. I have $500,000 from the Knight Foundation to help people meet their neighbors online and build community. If you want to help build it, Google Be Neighbors specification. Thank you.
Okay, where's Colin Harrington? All right, you're up.
All right, so I'm a software developer. I work with startup companies. I'm currently working with Virtual right now, doing a bunch of Grails work. That's what I do during the day. Play with all sorts of things. I think there's a coming revolution that we've already seen with the Arduino platform and microcontrollers. I've been starting to play with those and kind of get back into the old C++ roots. And I've been doing some work putting together some microcontroller code to, here's an example of a new microcontroller platform and using some the TLC 5940 chips. And it's easy to do. And there's a ton of developers out there. And the push to get into microcontrollers is way lower than there already is. And I think that like we have the Arduino platform. There's now 32-bit processors that are like 80 megahertz. There's a project called Raspberry Pi. I don't know if you're familiar with this. They're just launching. I've already ordered one. It's somewhere in California, whatever. It's a 700 megahertz ARM processor with 256 megs of RAM for $35. This little device that I think is going to start spurring more home automation innovation tools. So I just think it's interesting and thought I'd share a little bit about that. Thanks. The Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi, yeah.
Cool, thanks, Luke. My name's Dan Lindstroth. I'm co-founder of Heroic, which can be found at beheroic.com. Heroic is like the Match.com for services. So you can land on our website and book an independent service provider in 10 clicks or less. That could be ranging from a tech specialist to a photographer and a handyman. So you can connect through LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. What we're doing right now is we've been signing up independent service providers. We have several thousand applicants thus far, and they've been completing profiles. You can see here, which is Ethan, our CTO, his profile. We've got icons of a few different specialties that he has. You can see his experience, some photos, some video. So the way that it works is people will come to our website, tell us exactly what independent service provider they're looking for, where they are, their location, the price they'd like to pay, and then we match them to one individual person. They get to see their profile, user rating on the site, experiences, and then can book directly. If they'd like to browse and see someone who's more expensive or less expensive or somebody's just like that person, they can do that. But what we're trying to do is simplify the process of finding someone from your community and booking that person directly on Be Heroic. Thank you.
Actually tested this website in Chrome, so this will be interesting. Yeah, so this is my silly website. Ooh, it doesn't, called hotbread.com. It's just a kind of a silly project that I cranked out over last weekend. It's hot or not for bakers. Naturally, right? Come on in. DC's welcome. So I'm doing the bootstrapping thing right now, and money's a little tight, so I got into baking actually, and it's actually a really magical transformation that goes on when you get into baking. It's a really cool experience, and what I found is that there's actually a really pretty active community of people who are on baking forums and are posting glamour shots of their bread. So I thought, like, what's the logical next step? It's hot or not for bread. So it's in Twitter Bootstrap and Django, and it's just pretty simple. This one's kind of, I'd say that's a 3 right there, and so that one kind of not so great, maybe like a 2. And that looks like a slug, so I'm going to give that a 1. So yeah, that's the gist of it, and you can click in and kind of see a little bit more about it. I might add, like, if there's interest, I might add, there's user profiles and stuff like that. I may add discussions or recipe links or that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's the gestalt of. Let's keep going. Let me find a good one. Social media integration is coming. There's one really good one in here if I keep going. Oh, I thought this one was pretty awesome. Kind of pretty epic, Levian. So, all right, that's all I got. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Billy Kay, and I just decided I was going to get up here and try this out. On April the 29th, I'll be speaking to 2,200 people, and I'm a little bit nervous right now. So I started a product with my Chief Technology Officer, Chad Olson. It's called ConnectMe.com. ConnectMe is a mobile platform that allows users to exchange a richer set of information about themselves in an efficient manner. So most of you guys are thinking about a digital business card or even Bump, right? And so Bump is, for us, it's more of a social type exchange of information. Bump shares, let me see here. You share photos, music, and phone apps, right? And when I just meet you as a business professional or even in a college setting, I don't necessarily want to bump you phone apps or music in terms of a professional sense. So with ConnectMe, we're solely focused on the ease of sharing contact info. Now what we do that's different and unlike our competitors is we can simply, actually right now, if all of you had ConnectMe, I could simply take my mobile phone app out and swipe my contact info to all of you in the crowd if you had that mobile phone application. So you get a profile picture, your name, title, all your social networks. It's all direct ad, direct call, direct email, and so that's ConnectMe. Finally, what we do is we give each and every single one of you a personal QR code. So a lot of you are thinking, well, QR codes are dead, marketers hate them. Yes, QR codes are dead and marketers hate them. But when I'm that's not the point of sharing contact info. So when I'm flying down I-94 at 70 miles an hour and I have to open up a mobile phone application to scan a QR code, how relevant is that? So QR codes started in Asia to track auto parts. So immediately when you sign up for an account with us, you get your personal QR code, and within our phone application, you're given the technology to then scan that QR code. Now, if you think about politicians, musicians, and artists to put that QR code in the physical space, as of right now, I can't scan that QR code and have it stored. So in the physical space, without you absent, I can scan that QR code and then store your info, and all the technology is built into that phone application. Again, I'm working on my pitch, so bear with me, but check it out. It'll be out in the next couple weeks. ConnectMe.com, both iPhone and Android. Thank you very much.
Can I get Andrew, who asked for 5 minutes?
No. Check. Maybe. Hello? No?
Yep, go ahead.
Hi, I'm not demoing anything. My name's Andrew Lutgers. I've got a design, art, and kind of hacking, programming background. How many people are developers or creative or want to make something in this room? Just raise your hand. Like, okay, that's pretty good. I think so. I'm kind of talking at you people. So in this community, we have a lot of people that are really into what they're doing, and I think everybody in any field, pretty much everybody, they're in their own little bubble. Our ideological bubble, our kind of intellectual bubble, our community bubble. There's lots of bubbles that we're in. And when you think about the creative process, I like to think about it as trying to create tension. And you know where you are. You want to be really clear where you are. And you have this idea where you want to go. And that creates a tension to pull you there. But there's this creative process that has to happen to get you to that point. And when you're inside that bubble and you don't look out at the wider world and find something that's more interesting and different that you don't know about, if you're just like looking at Hacker News every day and that's it, you're not going to find that interesting thing. So when you think about the creative process, think about a random walk. You're kind of aimlessly wandering, looking at things you never thought you would look at. And that might give you some fuel for the creative process to make an insight. And that insight is the assimilation of all that information that you can then lead you into a productive phase. And I think that's why you need to identify that you're in a bubble a lot of times. We're in a big bubble right here with the tech community. And so what I think with the tech community a lot of times is we don't think about solving. A lot of times I see a lot of problems that are being solved that are just first world problems. We have enough mobile, social, deal aggregator, geolocated apps. We don't need more of those. There's so many problems in the world, and we happen to be the most capable. We have the internet. Think about like a century ago, what you could have accomplished as an individual. And now you have all this stuff, and we're the creators. So lift your gaze above the glint and the glow of the shiny devices sometimes. You don't have to do it all the time. And think about the wider world. And find a doorway. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I think that's kind of what the random walk idea is about. Find that doorway into a new place you haven't been before that's not tech. And you might find new people. If you find people, you know you opened some doorway that you didn't know. All right, that's it.
All right, we got a quick 30-second one.
Hi, my name's John Malone. This is my office, so please clean up after yourself. I work at Best Buy. Just a quick plug for a user group that I started, Pub Standards, Minnesota. It is a tech meetup with no tech agenda. We meet up at a bar. There's no set talking points. We sit down and chat about anything and everything tech related. So basically, it's the after party every month, MinneBar. So come, show up, look for me, and we can discuss JavaScript, Ruby on Rails, and beard grooming techniques. So thank you.
you go. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you see what's on my screen? Yay! Wait, and I can't see it. That's fun. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay, maybe, hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I could just let's sit this way.
Yeah.
Although they can see.
Here, I'll hold it.
Whoa, what? Oh, it came out. For a minute talk. This is ridiculous. Okay, I'm just gonna plug my new game really briefly. It's not out yet. This is prototype art, but it's called Oppositrus, and it's like the opposite of Tetris. So you're dragging rows up into this Tetris column, and then as they form Tetris shapes, they disappear. And it's these are actually going to be fruit. So it's a fruit puzzle game, which that obviously automatically gives me 1 million sales in the App Store. So I just wanted you all to look out for it. I will also have very soon, probably like today sometime, an email sign up on my website, which is chestris.com, and you can sign up to get notified when this comes out.
Anyone less than 5 minutes want to go?
We're declaring you started.
Okay. No.
No, I mean,
Oh. That's fine. That's fine. Wait, don't start my time. Can you hear me? No? Yes? Okay. Yay. Okay, I'll talk first. Hi, my name is Sarah Young. I'm the CEO of Rock Your Block. We've been building Rock Your Block for 1.5 years now, and I'm finally ready to demo it. We just launched our beta a couple weeks ago. Actually launched it down in South by Southwest. So very good traction for us, very good attention on a national scale and actually international scale. TechCrunch Japan picked us up and wrote an article about us, which was awesome, doing the Google Translate of that and seeing what they actually said. So Rock Your Block is a Facebook application that helps teenagers, 13 to 17 years old, find odd jobs, part-time work, and internships in their neighborhood and their community. It's all location-based. Teens create a resume profile. They search for job opportunities near them. It's all through Facebook, so you can see mutual connections. And the parents are connected as well. Their parents or an organization sponsors the teen to use the application. Everyone's under 18, so they have to have an adult or organization sponsor them. They don't come from necessarily the best family background. They would have an organization. Like we partner with the YMCA. They sign up a bunch of teens, and they pay a sponsorship fee for all that huge group of teens to use our service, which is really cool because they want them to find the job opportunities as well. So simple, super easy sign in with Facebook. You can sign up now. This is my default view. I would see anything I'm applying for, or if I'm a job poster, anything that I had posted and that someone would be applying to. So say I applied to this snow shoveling job in Texas. So before I went down to Texas, we put a bunch of data in there, and I asked my brother, I was like, can we put in some jobs for Texas? And I was like, make them real. And then he posted this one for snow shoveling. I was like, thanks, brother. So he's going to pay $200, and I applied to the job. So it says impending, so I'm waiting for him to reply to it. So I can ask more info on it, but we're waiting for him to hire me. I don't know why he hasn't hired me for it. Maybe it's not snowed in Austin. So here's the general job search page. If I'm a teenager, I'm looking for jobs. I can easy click on some filters. Let's see. Let's go to the decommission old PC. So Ernest Grumbles was the first person to post a job in our application, which is awesome. And he's like, Sarah, I'm still waiting for a teen to apply to this. I was like, oh, probably. Good luck with that. But so this is what a teen would see. You can see who it's posted by. You can check out Ernest's public profile, but let's say we're going to apply to it. I'm going to apply to this job. I would say, hire me, Ernest. I'm demoing at MinneBar. Anyone know if Ernest is here today? I don't want him to think this is real. All right. So this is what I would send. It confirms the application has been sent. Now I wait for Ernest to hire me. And then I can go back and check that out. And then he'd send me a message back. So that's how I got into the search jobs area. Filtered by distance, super easy. If I'm like, oops, I'm in the wrong spot, I want to post a job. Here's really simple. Start date, job summary, payment information, job description. You select what categories you want to put it in. We're going to be adding more categories, but this is just for now. Use your address to geolocate you. And I was going to show you public profile. So here's my public profile. So here's where the first time I come into the application, it pulls whatever information it can from Facebook. So all this job experience is pulled from Facebook. I didn't put this in here. We ask for the address. We don't show the teen's address. We just use that for location purposes. So we tell them that beforehand. What's my time? 1 1/4 minute. So here's a public profile. So if I am a teen and I'm looking to apply to a job and I'm like, who is this Sarah person? Before I apply to it, I can check out her. I shouldn't have done that. Now you can look at my experience. But don't read that. So then I can check out people. And this is obviously growing, but we just released the public profile capabilities a couple days ago. So my invitation to all of you, we have 675 people in the Twin Cities signed up to use Rock Your Block, and we're sending out an access code and to use it. We have 600 of those are teens right now looking for jobs. So we need more adults and job posters and community people to post jobs. And the only way you can get into the application is to get an access code from me. So I'm giving out an access code. It's right now. Just kidding. SXSW South by Southwest 2012. And then if you sign up, you're going to get stopped by that activation code. If you send me an email, or I'll see that you sign up, I'll send you an access code to get in, and you can try it out. Yay! Thanks, everyone.
All right. My name's Kevin Hale. I work for a company called Woofu, but I'm here to show off a little personal pet project I've been working on. I read this article here. It's called The Secret Canon of Page Harmony. And what it's talking about is book design. And this guy's kind of like obsessed with sort of like how illuminated manuscripts were sort of designed. And it turns out what was interesting about illuminated manuscripts, even though it didn't have rulers or typical sort of grid systems, they had a very specific way they wanted to sort of design text blocks. And it would look sort of like this, and they determined that these kind of proportions of this text block were like a perfect page harmony and followed a lot of these golden rules. And so this is how they would sort of create, and represent this text block using only straight lines on the page, using all these diagonals. Well, it turns out this grid, if you sort of analyze it, is a 9x9 grid. And what's kind of cool is that the height of this text block on the inner side where you put the text is equal to the width of the page. And so this guy talks about how all these different sort of book designers and typographers have come up with different ways of recreating this text block and figuring out sort of what are the proper proportions of it. And I thought it was like really, really fascinating because when you follow these designs or follow this sort of method, you get some really, really nice, let's get here, graphic design layouts that you automatically get just by sort of following these proportions, which was really, really interesting. And I was thinking, well, it would be great if I could sort of figure out a way to apply this, to a website or web page design. So I've been working on sort of a personal site, and I've been trying to think of a layout for long-form writing. And I was thinking maybe there's a way that we can sort of apply that here. So here's sort of some Lorem Ipsum text with a blog post and all these different elements of the sidebar and footnotes and large images and stuff that are placed in here. And it's figuring out now that we have sort of responsive stuff. And let's see if I can get this working. So, am I there? There we go. Okay, so what happens is this will turn and then turn this into, where's my mouse? And what it does is it sort of breaks it up and turns it into 2 pages of a book. Sort of page design. What's sort of interesting here, so like even these code snippets, this has cropped it out, and so that I can sort of bring this out in there. It actually looks through, so there's a mess up there, so I'm still working on it. But you can see like an image here, I've recropped it and redid the design of it, so that way it will fit inside of sort of this book text, book and layout. And then interesting enough, if you divide it into like these little small segments of page book, you can actually, let's see here. I cannot, I'm very sorry. It's not that I couldn't see it. All right, resize it to the full width of the page. Okay. Anyway, you can actually see this for yourself over at roundedbygravity.com, just as a sort of prototype for this. Okay. Rounded by gravity. Why is this? It won't drag vertically. All right. It's not going to zoom out. I'm going to change resolution. And that looks terrible. However, you'll get the gist of it here. And when you have this kind of like these signature pages now divided up in the book, one you have more, a much larger piece of space. So what's interesting about this is, and if you keep going wider, they'll stack up next to each other. So it's a responsive layout design, but it's not done in the traditional way we try to squeeze everything together. And it can work for like wide label layouts, and it's in a comfortable format that a lot of people are sort of used to and comfortable. And then if you go back to sort of like a mobile layout, it'll sort of bring it out and sort of work really nicely. Anyway, that's the thing I've been playing around with, and I hope to open source it and put it on GitHub soon. So, thanks.
Hi, I'm Albert Hepp. I just wanted to let you know there's a session going on in this next session that is a very similar vein to this. You might have been to it last year. We packed this room. It's business idea speed dating. Got a little bit more structure. It's 1, tell us your idea. 2, tell us who you're looking for, what you're looking for. It'll be in the Learn room. There's basically we're looking for about 3-minute presentations. We still have spots left. And then there's a 3-minute Q&A. So in Learn, next session, hope you'll check it out. Thanks.
Okay, anybody else? Yeah, all right, Kelly. So we're going to go till we run out of time or speakers. Yeah.
Okay, well, Luke gets this set up. Inspired a little bit by the hot or not presentation from earlier. So I'm going to ask you a question at the end of about 2 minutes here. And that question is going to have a big impact on my life, my children's life, but no pressure at all. So I've been involved. My name is Kelly Heikla. I have a software development company. We do mobile and web apps. And I'm also involved in a project called MixMobi. Have any of you heard of MixMobi? If you have, raise your hand. Okay, so a few of you have. It's a content creation platform for mobile offers. And so it's used in things like Delta Sky Magazine. If you've ever been in Delta Sky Magazine, you see a little QR code, you scan it, and it pops up some content about that ad. And so it's used in quite a few different places. It's been moderately successful over the last 3 years. And we've kind of come to a fork in the road like a lot of startups do. What we found is that we're charging people between maybe $30 and $500 a month. And what we find for a lot of these $30 campaigns that we do, it takes us 2 hours to educate the people on what the heck the platform is. We end up losing money on every single $30 subscription that we do. So we're kind of thinking, are we too early, or is this not the right business model? What we have gotten asked a lot about is from developers. Developers like probably a lot of you who are creating mobile apps, iPhone apps, Android apps, native apps, and even a little web page. Can't we put some sort of content in a web page that makes your client doesn't have a mobile website or doesn't have nice infrastructure inside their company to be able to create a little mobile platform somewhere to put it? It's going to cost so much to do that.
week we'll have one with Chuck Forth about robotics. He's with the White House. He'll be here at the Humphrey Institute talking about Robotics Alley, the robotics cluster for the state of Minnesota. And then, as I mentioned, the next one will be the spring conference. So I'm just going to quickly pull up the SciTech experience. It's really easy to apply, whether you actually are a company that's a big intern or you know it. We are still looking for companies who have great support from the youth population. So we're still looking for people, companies that can take on an internship. And that's it. So thank you very much.
All right, I'd like to thank all of the people who came up and talked and demoed. I think that was great. We're done, so thanks for coming.